Okay. Look, stop. It's a whole fucking shadow. My phone gonna blow away. Y'all see that fucking shadow? Am I tripping? My eyes tripping? Like, what the fuck? Boo, you're not going out there to fuck with that bird. I put some crackers, some sunflower seeds, I don't know. I hope this little bird ain't hurt. But it's been out here for like 2 days. Not necessarily right here, but at nighttime, I've been noticing it out here.
How would you know these things are going on? You see what I'm saying? If they don't televise it, they don't televise it. You see what I'm saying? Like, take for instance, like I said, there is 10 states that's been burning for the last 3 months. But then again, they might show one state up out west, but they're not going to put all 10 together and let you know that this is a phenomenon, you see what I'm saying, on cataclysmic and apocalyptic levels. You see, and the white boy told me that at 95, a white guy in his 60s. He said, you know, we talk about things that's going on that is so vast, but the technology is that they can block it out on each part of the world until you just think it's time 1975. You see what I'm saying? But then again, every now and then, like I said, they had this thing on. National Geographic showed world disasters. And they showed these world disasters, and they were showing all over the world, and all this shit was the 1990s. And I was like, damn, do I live on this planet?
You was born? Hmm? You was born?
Yes, do you was born?
Yeah. Your body you?
Yeah.
Why?
Look at my video, guys.
But I miss my uncle because y'all did something bad to my uncle.
White podcaster said that using washcloths is for poor people. Take a look at this clip.
Washcloths are for poor people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I only had one friend use washcloths, and when she would stay with me, she'd say, "Can I have a washcloth?" And I said, "I don't have washcloths.
Yeah.
There's no washcloth. Use your hand, dummy."
I really do remember the first time I crashed at a poor friend's house, and then he handed over like a towel for after the shower, and then a bar soap, and then a little. I go, "What's the little towel?" And he goes, "A washcloth." And I go, I threw it back at him. I'm like, "I'm good," and he was like,
On it is nasty.
So that was podcasters Tom Segura and his wife Christina Pazitsky. If you use a washcloth, that means you poor. I would think if you use your hand, that would make you poor, right? But this is the thing though.
That's why you don't eat from everybody.
Exactly.
That's why you don't touch people. I really want to say something how I feel.
Don't say it.
What?
Certain celebrities came out. I remember Ashton Kutcher, I think, was one of them. I hope that was who it was. Said they didn't shower every day. Remember, there was a couple of...
Because they're preserving the dirt on them skin for another day.
See, this is where your Constitution comes from. These are the people who wrote the Constitution. See, the Constitution used to be called the Magna Carta. It was written in 1215. That's when it was written. AD. That's when it was written. When they lied to you and tell you James Madison sat down and wrote the Constitution like he was so intelligent, that's a lie. That's a lie. No, they got it from the Magna Carta. That's where they got it from. And it was written by a melanated man. When they tell you the Declaration of Independence, Thomas Jefferson, which was raping indigenous women, and Benjamin Franklin, they sat down and wrote it. No, they didn't. The Bill of Rights, all that came from Europe. The Constitution, where you get taxed and all of that stuff, all of that came from the Magna Carta, written in 1212. Look it up. Magda Carter. Look it up, and you'll see for yourself. They like these people was brilliant. They came here to kill and destroy and set up shop. Kill your people and then build over their stuff. And the people who they put in front of us, most of them people be foreigners. With the exception of like Jesse Jackson. Jesse Jackson was a Cherokee Indian. Is a Cherokee Indian. And then, see, when it's people like Jesse Jackson and these other indigenous people, they only let them live a certain amount of time. But Sidney Poitier was a Jamaican, and he lived to be close to 100. See, what they do for them, they're not going to do for you, because you are superior. And because you don't want to walk in your calling, they walk over you. Because you don't want to walk in your calling. You want to play the victim instead of saying, no, this is our shit. And see, a lot of these people that you see out here talking, a lot of these people you see in the Pan-African movement and other movements that talk against us, saying that we are indigenous, a lot of them is foreigners. A lot of them, they're not, and I'm gonna tell you this too. They have infiltrated themselves in our families.
Okay, this is a bit creepy. Let me know what you guys think. So, why does NASA have all these old school cars? My thoughts are, they're cars without computers in them. All from the 1970s. They're preparing for an EMP blast. What's odd is they're not just old school NASA cars. Here's a news car. They have a whole fleet from NASA vehicles, semi-trucks, ambulances. Perhaps this is where that $50 million a day budget is going, because we all know it's certainly not getting us into space. Collectors of CGI videos and apparently old school cars. Let me know what you think they're using them for. Question everything, friends. Until next time.
We'll be able to go back home by this year and go to our land.
Take your time, sweetie. You ain't gotta be in no hurry. Just breathe. This is a lot for everybody that's watching, especially the sisters. So take your time.
And to all of the various houses on the red and the blue side, which is why I'm wearing purple, because they are merged. Our homes are united. There will be no more separation of male versus feminine energy. We are one. There is no more of paying for unnecessary things like water and fruit and ignorant things. There's no more raising your children by yourselves, because it is the village that matters. It is no more of their falsehoods of finances, because they had no money, so they created money, which was on a false note that never existed. There is no more paying for land that is your own. You will be re-returned. All the tribes, chiefs, the matriarchs will be re-returned your lands that is yours. That is yours. Plus interest. Because trust me, they have it, they know it, and they will be returning it. And they have been informed it is in their best interest to return it. The 9 realms are open right now.
Portland, Oregon got me all the way fucked up right now. We're in the middle of an ice storm as we speak. I cannot tell you why I moved here. I went to take a sip of my drink. Ain't no motherfucking way. I've had enough. Send my ass to the tropics. I've been warming up my Audi for 25 minutes. Morgan, this is exactly the reason why I'm moving to San Diego.
I'm dead ass. I'll never forget that. That little party I went to, Diddy party. We went to the little private area behind the, cause he had a house behind his house. Like he had a backyard with his backyard with a fat ass bed, and then it had like a miniature little whatever. And then me and Lemmy go upstairs. They tell him that he can't security. He went in like a little with no security, so it's just me and Lemmy. We go up in there. Hold on. We go up there. Upstairs. He like, what's up, Diddy? You know, you met Krishan. You gave her kisses on the cheek. Early on in the party or whatever. We just wanted to follow up. I'm glad you fuck with Krishan. And then he grabbed Lemmy by his neck. It was like, but do you fuck with her? Like, don't play with her. All she need is love. Don't play with her. Don't play with her. And I didn't understand that till my checks start coming back short from the subscriptions of Crazy in Love, till he started putting people, like personally putting people that doesn't fuck with me, that I had like street beef with on the show. Where's the security at? And all them people thought like, it was just like, come on, yo, you playing the bitch. And I'm so happy I ain't like, you got jacked up for that shit already. So fuck you. Just fuck y'all. I'm not finna be playing with this entertainment industry and be doing shit for y'all, putting the network on, and then all y'all do is just shit in my face. I don't give a fuck about 2 clicks. So if y'all want to see receipts, we can show receipts. We got receipts. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm just trying to do business. That's it. If I said y'all can't afford me, cool. Don't get mad. Go on the internet like a little bitch, nigga. You a CEO. Be professional. Yeah, let me run my mouth because I'm a female. How did Diddy jack you up at a party that you fuck? What's that called? How you get jacked up and then you sponsor the party? Like, nobody got respect for your little ass. Like, I hate little ass people. They got little syndrome. I'm tired of y'all, bro. On God, bro. And shout out to Diddy, because I didn't understand why he jacked them up. Like, my brothers do that to people that be playing with me. He jacked them up. I'm like, what happened? Now I see. These niggas with a suit and tie and authority, and they come like, what?
Fucking hope, man. Hope you gonna pay your goddamn rent. Hope your car work. Come on, man, ain't no bullshit.
I'm just saying, I think a lot of people are being brainwashed.
It ain't got nothing to do with them. Okay. In here, if you say I'd like to go to Paris this year, but I can't afford, you just told 75 trillion cells to see to you don't get to Paris. Huh? That's who you are. And when you find that out, when you find that out, when they told me I had the worst cancer you can find, I told my son, Doc, I said, don't show that to your mother till after your sister get married. So I gave her the report. How could they do this? And said, you better get out of here. I ain't going nowhere. I know I'm not going nowhere. If you hope don't work. You've never heard no rich, powerful motherfucker say hope. Hope I'll win the war, but a fool. The real folks know they're gonna win the war before they start, except they don't count in.
Fuck the United States government and every member that belonged to that shit.
Because of everything that these motherfuckers got going on, it's against humanity. And this the reason why that everybody needs to be listening to fuck up and saying fuck their ass, fuck these celebrities, fuck Hollywood, fuck everybody that's on the motherfucking top of the food chain, because they never did give a fuck about us. They be wanting donations, they want us to watch their movies, they want us to listen to their music, they want us to listen to their bitch ass, but they ain't never fucking helping us doing not a damn thing. Every time we look up, they bringing us down, and every time we look up, they calling us conspiracy theories because we unreeling the motherfucking truth and figuring shit out for our motherfucking self, where they gonna keep on telling the other people who are blind that we are fucking lying. That's the reason why it's fuck these people, G, and it's forever fuck they ass. We need to stand the fuck up, rise the fuck up, and take over this shit our motherfucking selves right now. Cause that shit, if we wait on anybody else, it ain't gonna never happen. We ain't have it ever happen a day in our motherfucking life. Ain't nobody coming back to save y'all motherfucking ass and none of that shit. We ain't have it ever happen out these 1,000 motherfucking years and everything been going down crazy the way that the fuck it have. Let me know that, folks. Real shit.
We were told while we were down there that you better not dig too deep. This was on in the Dominican Republic. They said because every single one of these leads to Washington, D.C. That's what we were told down there. And they said, you think it's about brothels and children, adults wanting to have sexual relations with children, like there's way worse things down here going on that you can't even. They actually said what the Dominican Republic is known for, which, by the way, think how close that is to Epstein Island. I mean, it's all right down there. They said what they specialize is in snuff camps.
Welcome, and all American Cartel members and ons, Facebook friends, Twitter followers, random YouTube viewer, BitChute viewer, TikToker, Redditor, GLPer, 4chaner, and anybody else that might be watching. Thanks for joining me. My name is Julio. I am the Theorizing Theorist, and today we're going to be talking about the End Times production video on Twitter that's going viral. This guy right here, Mr. Jamie Walden, is an ex-U.S. Marshal intern, I guess, and he was about to join a 3-letter organization, and he decided not to. He felt the call of God hit him, and so he decided to do other things with his life, like fight human trafficking. And as you can see here, he's discovered a lot in his past, however long he's been doing this, and now he's kind of acting as a whistleblower for the children. And that's what we love here. That's what we kind of like to do here on the Theorizing Theorists, is stand up for the voiceless children that are out there getting abducted or trafficked or even being birthed into situations like this. So we're also going to go over some comments. I found this video on Godlike Productions, and as you can see here, human trafficking of children in Washington, D.C., ritual sacrifice. Now, I didn't hear much about the sacrifice part, except for like the abortions. Well, you'll hear here in a minute how he explains it. Now, I'm not saying I back all of this stuff that he's saying, but I certainly do agree with some of the things he's saying. And these are just theories, and I'm just presenting them to you, so you guys make the decision or make your own choice and decide if you want to believe them or not. But comment down below your thoughts, your theories, your beliefs, your concerns, anything like that. And and at the end of this video, we'll go over some of the comments from Godlike Production, or some GLPers, we call them. Here's a little taste. As you can see, lateness of the hour and spirit of the ages. And this guy here goes, wow, this dude knows his stuff, coming from a U.S. Marshal at that, 5 stars and pin. That's what initially brought me to make this video, but then I found out he was an intern U.S. Marshal, which is a big difference, but let's continue nonetheless. I tried to make a thread with that exact video, which was on YouTube, but GLP banned me. WTF does TGAT tell you? It now has been removed from YouTube. and I can find pieces of it on YouTube, but maybe if you guys can find the whole thing, you can link us all up down in the comment section below. Would very much so appreciate that. Yeah, but other than that, we're gonna be checking out the rest of this video that I found on the one that's on Twitter, or you guys can go check it out yourselves, or you can just stay here and check out the rest of it with me. And like I said, at the end, I will be reading over the comments from GL peers. And yeah, basically that's all I really have. So make sure you're subscribed, liking, and sharing this video as much as you can. It really does help me out. And I know a lot of you diehards like helping me out. And if you want to donate, there should be a Cash App link down in the description box down below. Helps keep this channel up and running. With that said, yeah, I'll check you guys at the end of this, after this interview or whatever it is from End Time.
So yeah, human trafficking is a big deal, and obviously that's something that's near to me. Most people don't know, but the other family that's with us on the camp here in Colorado, actually the way we met was building a specifically child sex trafficking rehabilitation center in the Dominican Republic. And so that's everything from investigations to working with law enforcement or military personnel in country, outside of country, and then getting the girls and boys, right, and then actually doing rehabilitation through the gospel. It takes years and years and years and years. It's a huge mess, right? We were told while we were down there that you better not dig too deep. This was on in the Dominican Republic. They said because every single one of these leads to Washington, D.C. That's what we were told down there. And they said, you think it's about brothels and children, adults wanting to have sexual relations with children? Like, there's way worse things down here going on that you can't even. They actually said what the Dominican Republic is known for, which, by the way, think how close that is to Epstein Island. I mean, it's all right down there. They said what they specialize is in snuff camps. I don't even like talking about it because I don't want to see your channel get banned or whatever, you know. But so the human trafficking thing is bigger than what people can even realize, and what most of Pollyanna Christians won't even look at. They won't even consider it. And I'm like, your king sees it all day long. How dare you stick your head in the sand to the reality of the horrors that are going on in the world around you, all over the place, in the house next door to you. How dare you, Pollyanna Christian? Your king's looking at it all day long, and he is so undone by it that he did something about it. He came and died so that somebody might have hope. That kid might have hope, that the abuser might have hope, that the trafficker might have hope, that the parent that gave their kid over to it for money might have, that somebody would have the hope of redemption. You're gonna shield your eyes from it? Are you kidding me? And so we actually were recently back down in the Dominican Republic in November because the other family, I won't use their names, they're down there for 8 years. Ministry is still up and running. It's called Freeing Individuals from the Grasp of Human Trafficking, fightministries.org, if anybody wants to support them. And we were only down there for 2 years, but the reality is insane. In fact, I was just invited to go to Salt Lake City last weekend with some guys who you would know and some names that are kind of more big. People would know. They'd be familiar with the names in the counter-human trafficking world to do investigations in Salt Lake City just last week. So to say this isn't going on is insane, right? And the only people who would say that this is going on or is being exaggerated is because they're the purchasers of these children. So let's come full circle. Why is that relevant? Well, I mean, obviously it's relevant for these children, for these people, for these adults. I don't care who they are. It's traumas that you can't even fathom, and it's usually ritualistic. That's what people don't understand. This isn't just about pleasure. It is far beyond pleasure when you're operating at that level. Actually, pleasure is way down the totem pole. It's about power. It's about supernatural spiritual power. It's about tearing of veils. It's about fracturing. It's about fracturing spirits, fracturing souls. It's about rebuilding. It's about being God-like, and your ability to even create DID, dissociated identity disorder, and people through SRA, satanic ritualistic abuse, and all this. It's the adrenochrome, all these other things that, you know, a lot of people who probably follow your work are familiar with. But it comes full circle to Mystery Babylon. It says, and they trafficked in the souls of men. It's a very unique qualifier about mystery. Everybody wants to go, oh, it'll be a revived Babylon in Iraq. Yeah, no, I was literally in Iraq, in the ancient city of Babylon, touched the stones that still say Nebuchadnezzar on them, like stood at the gate of Ishtar, like took Al-Hila, Iraq, you know, which is where Saddam was unearthing archaeologically all the ancient artifacts of Mesopotamia and Babylon. Been there. Like, it's not a revived Iraq. It's not a Holy Rome. It's not a Vatican. Most people are like, oh, okay, Mystery Babylon's the Vatican. I'm like, yeah, it's not the Vatican. The Vatican is wicked beyond comprehension. It's the United States of America. You just don't want to know what's going on. You don't want to know why they call it District of Columbia. You don't want to know why most of the presidents graduate from Columbia University. You don't want to know what goes on in the Freemasonic stuff or the Illuminist stuff or the whatever. You don't want to know what's going on with the raising of a
These inorganic beings only need one system to run the whole world. Their media, their matrix. This is called gematria, the practice of coding letters and words into numbers. ABC 1, 2, 3. With that being said, Aaliyah equals 42. When you spell out 22, it equals 42. She's dead at the age of 22. And look, the place of death, Marsh Harbor, the Bahamas, equals 220. A perfect place to script an alleged death. How ironic. Her name, Aaliyah Houghton, equals 70, and her date of death, August 25th, also equals 70. I'm trying to tell you right now, no matter how hard you try, you'll never be able to just kill someone on the perfect time, on the perfect day. They have to make it numerically aligned. This is how they lie to you but tell you the truth numerically. You know, it was always weird to me that her last music video was Rock the Boat right before the alleged death. And now we know why, because Rock the Boat equals 62. Airplane crash, which is what she allegedly died in, equals 62. And sacrifice equals 62. Remember, they're sacrificing the character in an alleged death, not the real person. This is Hollywood. This is how you know the media is numerically scripting all news, all deaths, all sports games. It lines up too numerically perfect. Aaliyah's death date numerology is 8/25. When you add the 8 plus the 25, it equals 33. The Bahamas, where she died at, equals 33. The 25th, the actual death day, equals 33. And Simone equals 33. Who is Simone? Well, I'm glad you asked. Y'all really want to know who Aaliyah's new character is? Listen, if I let this go, you can't tell nobody. I'm talking about nobody. Like, are you responsible? I gotta watch my back. I'm BY is real. I'm not just anybody. God damn! Oh, BY is real, man. You done now. When you come to my page, BY is real is gonna make sure you run straight to the truth and not away from it. B. Simone has been doing tributes after tributes for Aaliyah her whole damn career. She even wanted to star in Aaliyah's biopic. It's called Hidden in Plain Sight. They put it so far in front of your face that you are going to miss it. This has been Aaliyah the whole time. I know y'all didn't think that I was done, did you? No. It's all numerical, so let's keep it going. Since y'all want to know why it's the same person, Aaliyah equals 30. Simone equals 30. Let's keep it going. So where's Aaliyah from? Brooklyn. Where's B. Simone from? Dallas. And they both equal 41 in the same cipher. Let's keep it going. This pic right here will truly show me whose third eye is open and whose isn't. You know, in Hollywood, the photographer is down with that occult shit, and they will tell these celebs to pose a certain way. She did not do this on her own. You looked at it. You've seen the one-eye symbolism before. You've seen the vow of silence before. Right here, she's throwing up a 3 and a 2. Ironically, B. Simone equals 32. All right? This is how they do it in Hollywood. It's no secret. But you've seen me break down a pic before. Do you remember this? Remember the album cover, Infinity Links? That came out way before way before Takeoff's death? And it showed that Quavo had his hands out like he was shooting. But when you looked at his fingers, you see the H, you see the O, and the U, which is the abbreviations for Houston, and Takeoff got shot and killed in Houston, right? If you don't get this next slide right here, you're just an idiot, all right? B. Simone's full name is Braylon Simone Greenfield, and it equals 237. You add up all the letters in her full name, it equals 237. Aaliyah died on the 237th day of the year. Y'all want to know something wild? B. Simone's birthday is April 5th, 4/5. Bahamas, which is Aaliyah's place of death, it equals 45 twice. That's crazy. And then back in 2016 or some shit like that, Genuine made headlines by mistakenly posting up a picture of B. Simone when he thought it was Aaliyah. He was trying to do a tribute to Aaliyah. Let me tell you something right now. Look at how close they are in that picture. He would not make that dumbass mistake. He know what Aaliyah looked like. He know what B. Simone looked like. So I don't want to hear none of that. This was media generated, and that's why it made it to all the tabloids, all the news media outlets. Again, they were playing in our face. But this is universal law. They have to tell us the truth. It's hidden in plain sight. We know who the girl is. I ain't trying to be funny or nothing, but didn't Aaliyah's plane crash in a green field? Fuck it. We are starting to figure out who these people are by their IG, their Twitter, their X names, okay? Hollywood generates their name. They're not in control of that. So without further ado, Billionaire B. B. Simone's name on IG, it equals 81. Aaliyah Dana Houghton, the full name of Aaliyah, equals 81. This is how you know it's numerically scripted. Braylon, which is B. Simone's first name, Braylon equals 77. B. Simone equals 77. And Aaliyah's last album was released on 7/7. Not to mention, Aaliyah allegedly died in that plane crash 7 weeks later. Let me get y'all hip to something in gematria. You see how Braylon and B. Simone, they both equal the same thing in all 4 ciphers? That means it's a generated name that they came up with. People's names don't typically do that. And you know how hard it is to match all those ciphers together? It's a generated name. From B. Simone's birthday, April 5th, to the alleged death date of Aaliyah, which is August 25th. That's a total of 4 months and 2 weeks. And Aaliyah, like you said earlier, her name equals 42. Y'all remember her movie Queen of the Damned? I'm not even gonna get into the title. But what about when they released it? Because she's dead at the age of 22, allegedly. And they released it on 2/22/2002, which is 22. They were deep in numerology. It's been going on for years. So was her death a fake death? Well, they're going to lie to you on the TV screen, but they have to tell you the truth numerically. It's called universal law, okay? So fake death equals 34 and 182. From Aaliyah's alleged death to her movie Queen of the Damned, that's a total of 182 days. You get what I'm saying? Also, her date numerology of her death date, 8/25, 8 plus 25 plus 01 equals 34. This shit matches up too well, which means it was scripted. And yet people will still watch this whole video and still say, well, they don't even look alike. Well, why would they? Or why would she when Aaliyah is 46 years of age right now? And she's pretending to look way younger than that. She has on a silicone face mask and possibly a bodysuit as well to keep a younger body. You've seen Mrs. Doubtfire, you've seen White Chicks, you've seen Big Mama's House. These are facially scanned masks and bodysuits. That's all Hollywood uses. No such thing as soul transferring. Sorry, they don't have that capability. They not built like that, all right? So we have to wake up to the fact that this is what they are doing. Her death was a ritual. It was a passing of the torch to Beyonce. No different than when Kobe passed the torch to LeBron, all right? We've been through this before. I want y'all to see this for yourself. My name is BY is Real, and I don't do conspiracies. I do real ass information.
It's interesting how it all...
Portland, Oregon.
How it all did this. It came up through here. Look at that.
Yeah, they say this is a volcano 100 years ago, but this is crazy.
The road is bubbling. It's really steaming now. I don't smell anything. What smell like steam?
And look at this. Look how easy it is for me to chip away at the road. Look.
This is amazing, isn't it?
You guys, it's hot too. The ground is hot. You can... Look at this one's really kicking.
Look at this bubble.
All right, y'all. With everything that's going on in Florida this year, especially Miami.
So if y'all haven't picked up on it by now, they're using Miami to reset the mind. They're using certain things to see how people will engage. Stop feeding into it. And for this particular exercise, they're priming their medical staff on things to come. They're priming them to start seeing the mass cash and the trauma at a rapid rate so they will be able to respond. That's all that's taking place. They are programming the mind at this point.
Everything that was buried in that casket has returned to the earth.
Okay, please go watch that video. Basically what he's saying is that his daughter, he's trying to exhume his daughter from a cemetery that he purchased 3 plots from 23 years ago. She passed away, unfortunately, and he's trying to exhume the body because he doesn't live in the area anymore. He wants to cremate her to carry him close to her. And then the funeral home says, oh, well, we can't find the remains. She must have decomposed very badly. So her shoes are missing, her dress is missing. The casket can't be found. Nothing can basically be found. Even the baby rattle can't be found anywhere. Most baby rattles are made out of plastic. Okay? So that decomposed as well. You know, and this is what I'm saying with the whole Age of Aquarius thing where the unearthing is happening, you know, situation happening with the volcano, with the earthquakes happening everywhere. Unearthings are happening everywhere. The truth is coming out. Same thing with what's going on in Mississippi, 672 plots being found behind these jails. The Colorado funeral home had 200-something bodies stored there that they never cremated or buried. Just took people's money because they were in financial trouble. And it's so much more happening.
Car with Cat. He asked me to get in the car with him in his Rolls Royce, to be exact. And I was like, no, it's her birthday, I gotta go. Who knows what would have happened to me? Was that even Cat? It's the decisions that we make. It's who we choose to let in, bro. Just because somebody wearing that skin, that don't mean that's them, is what I'm saying to you. And they'll lure you in, and it's called infiltration, bro. They'll lure you in just to get close to you. They'll wear your mama's skin, bro. Your best friend's skin, bro, just to get close to you. As soon as you slip up, they got you.